What if I tell you, in the year 2020, when the world is blaming the China for the corona,
Okay, why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus?
It comes from China.
and being afraid of it, there was one major US brand called Starbucks is fearing someone else. Would you believe me? We know that in the world, the scams are keep happening. But as a good business person, we should learn from every scam. So we are not going to make the same mistakes again and again. At the time of doing research, we were also quite amazed that in a span of the 3 years, how the company has grown from the $0 in the revenue to $359 million. So welcome back guys to the Conclusion Matters. I am your host and let's just start. In a business world, meetings are very usual. The same happened in the year of 2015 and 2016 when two people from the China has met for some business purpose, and from that all this started. They come up with the idea of a coffee brand, but the uniqueness of the idea is that everything will be in a shop or in a cafe will be run by the technology. That means when you enter into any cafe of theirs, there will be no people to entertain you. Everything will be run by the technology. You will order from the technology, you will pay bill from the technology, and then you will get the higher quality coffee from the technology itself only. It's a quite unique idea, right? For your information, when the company is privately owned, that means which is run by the owner's fund or the bank's funds, we cannot dig out so much information about the company. But eventually, we all know that when the brand is good, they will gain the reputation, investor will attach to there, and then they will go for filing of an initial public offer. For the viewers who does have the less information about the financial world, what is an IPO? Let's understand with this example. Suppose I am the 100% owner of this brand, Conclusion Matters. I have contributed some money into it from my own pockets and I have taken out the loan from the banks. I have managed some other sources of the finance, but I am the 100% owner of this company, which is the important point here. Now I have to take the loan from the public. So what I will do is that I will sell out my ownership right to the public. That means now I am the 100% owner of the company. I will take out the 10% of my ownership right. I will give it to the public, and against that I will raise the money. So this is the basic idea about how the IPO works. Also, what do you think that you can directly go to the public and take money from them? No, it's not like that. You have to follow the rules and regulations of the stock market and security exchange commission of the respective country. So let's say I want to take the money from the Indian public, so I have to follow the rules of the National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange. The same happen everywhere in the world. Suppose I am taking money from the China, I have to follow the rules of the Shanghai Exchange. Then from the US, Nasdaq, S&P 500, all over the world the same rules are applicable. Now we have the basic idea about how the IPO works. So let's continue with our story. We know in our case study that both the founders are from the China, but they will go for the filing of an IPO in a Nasdaq stock exchange, which is a very popular in the US, United States of the America. So why is like that? If you're a smart investor, first question will come into your mind that the company started into 15, 16 and 17, they got heavy loan, they have expanded globally, that they met criteria of the Nasdaq stock exchange for the filing of an initial public offer. It's quite amazing and suspicious. Just for your information, we are keeping the Nasdaq stock exchange criteria for filing of an initial public offer. If you are free, you can go through it and you will be surprised that in a short span of these years, the company has grown from the $0 to $359 million, and then they are eligible for filing of an IPO in a Nasdaq stock exchange. Quite so few. When the world is ready to be cheated, you cannot do anything about it. On May 17, 2019, the brand has launched its initial public offer, valuing its shares at $17 per share. That means you will have to pay $17 per share. The company was doing fantastic. There was news articles about it. Investors just want to buy these shares at any cost. And within the next 1 year, the share price touched the $50 mark. So if you buy the shares at $17 and sell at the $50 mark, you will be living with the 300% return on your investments. Oh, you will think that where was I at the time of initial public offer? My grandfather used to tell me, early success is a scam. Great things always take the time. Also guys, do you believe into the collective consciousness? I personally believe so. So there are so many of the stock market investors, there are so many of the persons who believe that this price of the shares is not fair at all. And this will lead to our next concept, which is a short selling firms. Short selling is a concept where you identify that prices of any commodity is bit higher due to whatever reason. You first sell the commodity and whenever the price goes down, you will buy it, resulting into the net profit of yours. Suppose this pen is valued at $2 per pen. Okay, due to whatever reason, this pen will goes to $4, $5 price per pen. So what you will do is that you will sell this pen as a $5 because you know that this pen is not going to worth the $5 for the remaining period of its time. And then when the market stabilizes, the prices of this pen will come down to again $3, $4. So resulting into the net profit of $1 per pen. So it is a short selling concept, folks. In our case study, the downfall of the company has been decided by the Muddy Waters research firm led by the Carson Black. The firm has issued the report on the company on January 2020. It's the starting of the downfall of this company. The report consists of the 89 pages, so if you want to go through it, I will keep the link into the description part, and here are some summary you can see. But the main reason of the downfall of the company is inflated sales figure. That means the company has shown the wrong figures of $359 million to everybody. So now what do you expect? Where will be the share price now? The share price has went from $50 to $4 per share. That means you are the new investors. You have buy the shares of the company just from the news article and everything at the $50. How much money you will lose? Everything, right? Then after, stock exchanges has started the committees and everything, but you know the government part, everybody was involved in this scam. The stock exchange issued the guidelines for the demerger of the company, leaving the shareholders with nothing at all. Now, both the founders are probably in the jail. They have issued the statement on them. But it doesn't matter, right? What about the public who has lost their money? Nobody will care about them. As a smart investor, be wise. And let's jump to the conclusion. Before jump to the conclusion, as a business person, I would like to suggest you that before taking any business decisions, think from your own mind. Do not listen to the voices of the people around you. And do not forget the rules given by the Mr. Warren Buffett, sir. The first rule is never lose the money. Second rule is don't forget the first rule. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next episode.